My religious cousin got me shunned from our family for something she just asked me to help her do in secret. I was 14 at a family barbecue wearing a tank top because it was 90 degrees out when Tabitha grabbed my arm hard enough to leave fingerprints. "You're dressed like you want attention. I'll pray for you." She looked around at the relatives with a disappointed head shake like she was doing God's work. That was just who Tabitha was. She went to church 3 times a week and made everyone else feel like sinners just for existing. If my skirt was too short, she prayed for my modesty out loud. If I mentioned a boy, she quoted purity verses. She needed everyone to know she was better than me, and for years I just took it. Then she found out something about me that she could not wait to share. When I was 22, I found out I was pregnant. I called the father and he picked up on the 4th ring. "I'm pregnant." The line went dead. I went to the clinic alone and never told a soul. A few weeks later, Tabitha found the paperwork in my purse, looked at me with wide eyes, and slipped it into her pocket with a smile. She waited until Christmas. 20 relatives packed around the table, grandma's good china out, the smell of roast beef filling the room. Tabitha stood up and clinked her wine glass. "I think we need to pray for our cousin. She ended an innocent life this year. Some of us have morals and some of us don't." Every head turned toward me. I shoved back from the table and drove home crying so hard I had to pull over twice. After that, the whole family shunned me. 3 years as a complete outcast while Tabitha posted Sunday selfies from grandma's living room with captions like, "Blessed to have a grandmother who raised me right." Then one night my phone rang. Tabitha was sobbing, saying she was pregnant by a married deacon and needed to end it before anyone found out. She begged me to take her because I was the only one who would not tell the family. I should have hung up, but I thought about sitting in that clinic parking lot alone at 22, shaking so hard I could barely open the car door. I told her I would help. I drove her to the appointment, sat with her in the waiting room, and held her hand on the drive home. She cried into my shoulder and swore things would be different. 2 months later, grandma's health took a bad turn. The whole family gathered at her house because the doctor said she did not have long. I showed up even though no one wanted me there. I held grandma's hand and helped her eat when she was too weak to lift the spoon. One night she looked at me and whispered, "I should have listened to you at that Christmas dinner. Watch what people do, not what they say. You're the only one who actually showed up." I was refilling her water a few days later when I heard Tabitha's voice from the living room. "It's just so sad that some people in this family have no morals. I pray for her every day, but some souls can't be saved." I stop in the doorway. Tabitha is sitting next to grandma, holding her hand, shaking her head with that same fake sympathy she used at Christmas 3 years ago. "I just don't understand how someone could do something like that. End an innocent life. It goes against everything we believe in." My aunt is nodding along. My uncle has his arms crossed, looking at me with disgust. Something inside me goes completely calm. I walk into the room and everyone tenses up like I'm about to cause a scene. "Tabitha, should I tell them about 2 months ago, or do you want to?" She freezes. "I don't know what you're talking about. The clinic, the waiting room, the married deacon from your church?" She starts stammering. She's lying. She's making things up. You know how she is. I pull out my phone and show the screen to my aunt. Here's her text from that night begging me to take her. Here's her thanking me after. Here's her promising to never judge me again. The room is dead silent. Grandma is staring at Tabitha. My aunt's mouth is hanging open. Tabitha starts hyperventilating. "You can't do this to me. You're ruining my life. You're taking my family away from me." I just look at her. "That's exactly what you did to me. Except I actually helped you when you needed it, and you went right back to calling me a sinner the second you felt safe." Grandma pulls her hand away from Tabitha. "Get out of my house." Tabitha is sobbing, begging Grandma to listen, saying I manipulated everyone, but my uncle is already walking her to the door. Grandma looks at me with tears in her eyes. "Watch what people do, not what they say." Grandma passed 2 weeks later holding my hand. She gave me her ring the night before. Tabitha was not allowed at the funeral.